Cooldown dependent. They really gotta make sure they use those cooldowns in exactly the right way. We're gonna find out if they can, together with OD Pixel and T.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, the deciding game now between OG and CoolGuys. We've had a game one that OG came in with the sort of the expectations that people had, I think, coming into the series. Game two, CoolGuys just turning it completely on its head as they looked the best that they've looked so far. Going into this game three with these drafts, what do you reckon is going on between the teams right now? You know, what's in their heads?
I'm excited because this is the type of draft from CoolGuys well, they could just crush this game from the get-go, right? Like, if they win a good lane, DP shuts down Storm early, you hit tower after tower, like, they have the perfect objective-based lineup. I mean, this is the type of kind of heroes you want. You know, when you surprise your opponent with a game 2 victory, when you're the underdog, you go game 3, you pick a beast, a DP, like, keep it simple, but keep it clean. Like, OG, if they play with that confidence like they did in game 2, that little bit of over-aggression, could be disastrous. But, you know, Misha, already, you know, top net worth, getting that D ward.
Oh, let's have a look. It's CoolGuys.
DNZ shouting out the coach of OG for scouting out the ward they place every time.
Let's see. Game 3. CoolGuys. I mean, overall, do you have a draft that you prefer if you sort of take the teams sort of out of it and just look at the lineups?
I think
which idea do you like better?
I kind of do prefer the idea of CoolGuys just because of the fact that when you pair Beastmaster and DP, towers will fall really easily, and you have the Helm of the Overlord as well on the Beastmaster. Like, it's so much push that Kunkka, he needs Armlet and a BKB. Storm needs a damage item. You know, they need so many defensive items because that's naturally what these heroes in OG do. They tank up quick, they outlive you, and then they buy damage later on to kill you. And right now, I fear that generic way of playing these heroes might actually be picked apart from if you lose so many towers early on. But it is off the back if CoolGuys can connect the DP with every exo into hitting an objective. So I do enjoy the simplicity. And the fact that if you are to get jumped by a Storm or a Kunkka, right, you've got the living armor on top, you've then got potentially a Yule's disengage on the Weaver or an Axe. Like, it's just a really well thought out draft. But it could also just come crumbling down. If the DP has a bad game, Beast is shut down, they are the ones getting ran at, Storm picking everyone off, no real lockdown. It can swing, but that's why I think mid lane is the perfect lane to really kind of see, because if Noob comes ahead, then that's when the CoolGuys draft is really going to hit that beat.
Well, let's see how much he can do against BZM on the early levels. All that 6 comes online. Top lane, Amar and Tiger very much having a kill combo here. They can fight very early against DNZ and Thug.
Yeah, the good thing for CoolGuys here is that DNZ on the tree, when he gets to level 3, he'll have 2-point in Leech Seed. So when both these heroes jump on, it's going to be that big kill. And of course, TA has the refraction if he's not eaten up by a Lil Shredder. So it is a pretty good defensive lane here, but level dependent. So I think the window of killing is probably within the first 2 levels if maybe Mars Snapfire gets level advantage. But the fact that they're already pretty even, going 2 for 2, I would actually say that CoolGuys will be pretty happy if they can bring the lane back. This positioning of the lane is really scary, and it's gonna... DNZ has to try and find a way to reset this lane. But yeah, you can see Thug here. He's so scared to even go up to single creep. The double wave pushing in. I think now the small camp just spawned. Unfortunately for DNZ, it's a pretty bad camp, not the Frost Ghouls. So, but again, a pool has come up in the top lane that it will be a reset for them.
Thug. Spend time looking towards Tiger, but CS Trim up top. You're not quite... I mean, it's not far behind. It's close.
Yeah, it's honestly not that bad. Now that they've been able to
got the wave coming in. Yeah.
That was the key thing. Because they got off that single pool, it allowed the lane to come back. But Noob, this is why he picked DP into this matchup, because early on, you have the Siphon, you stand on this high ground, you just push out the lane. You can be quite the pest to a Storm Spirit. The real question is rune control. At minute 4, who's going to have the better lane setup to enable it?
Can he get the kill here with the Crypt Swarm?
Yes, he can.
First blood there for Noob.
Little smile.
Indeed, a little smile on his face there.
Question is, does he automatically... Oh, okay. Some mid laners in this scenario would just... Exactly, just throw themselves in, but he actually opts not to, which could be the undoing, because it also... He spent about 10 seconds waiting to buy his item, so delayed buying out the regeneration, potentially going to have a bit of an issue here.
I mean, you can go for the bouncy room, bottle up.
Yeah, he's going to have to do a slow walk back, but... Yeah,
no, you can just you can go bouncing. Probably, yeah, he's going to be able to get back to the water rune for 4 minutes. So, yeah, that'll pretty much get him back up there on the HP. Salvin and Mango coming out as well, so he's fine. Wants to make sure that sure he wouldn't have given away XP, but doesn't want to give away any gold as well.
Yeah, the nice thing there is for Noob, if the side lanes were going worse, 100% OG would have bring all the supports to the mid, take away those runes, and really punish Noob for not doing that suicide there. But
I mean, yeah, Misha's got to help out BZM here as Noob was getting in aggressively onto him again. DNZ in position to make sure the Noob will have the top water rune available for him. Noob, he'll step up to the high ground. I mean, he knows with the siphons that he can just stand there against Misha and BZM without any worry. And of course, yeah, water rune protected by DNZ. So he can stay in the lane and continue to just keep things difficult for BZM.
Yeah, Misha had to come and help him out there. If they secured the runes without any support, BZM just wouldn't have a game. Noob would probably be level 6 at this point, really punishing in. But this is, yeah, look at this. The reason why Storm is a good mid laner is because you're always chipping down your opponent, right? And when you have Siphon on the DP, with the boots, a stick, like you're able to always be in the face of the Storm Spirit without any repercussions of actually dying, unless he was under tower and something like that. But yeah, right now, Noob really punishing this very much.
Going for Omar here. Tidebringer hit. It's close, but not enough. Omar with the Fairy Fire. He'll live, and Salve's at the ready, so we'll stay up alive against that attempt from Uragi and Misha.
Yeah, you now see Storm pretty much going full-time jungle. Because of all this kind of mid shenanigans, it created a double wave, so now Noob just pushed down to his tower, killed off a creep wave, and yeah, he's holding it in a really nice position, so Storm is very afraid to come back in.
Yeah, at least until he has the 6.
Yeah, and maybe a hero to help him out. The living armor coming from the tree, keeping him a little bit alive. Misha doesn't actually have anything here, so yeah, just walk it off. There you go. No, a solid start. This is the type of start you need from CoolGuys to be able to then catapult yourself into that timing. Maybe the Dominator or Beastmaster plus the DP with a haste rune or like a bottle rune. That could be the first objective timing that they have. But OG, they need to find a way, I think, to stop Noob hitting the clean farming patterns that he's got. Maybe just a quick rotation.
Tiger. Get run back under the tower by Noob. To have an arcane grab by Omar, as both supports fighting for the control of the power runes.
And I keep saying it, but the importance of playing a solid side lane, it unlocks your supports to make these moves. Like in the first game, and even in the second game to some degree, CoolGuys struggled in the lane, so they weren't able to rotate, but I guess the consequence of rotation is if you're not back to your lane quick enough, you are going to die. So unfortunately, Funnick, under the repercussions of Omar not being back there to help him out, but of course, a Kunku with level 6, you're pretty much going to die. A Weaver won't really help you out there.
Yeah, Uragi's going to be pretty solid in this lane now, has the money to get the helm out. So unless they bring Noob down here on his DP, they're going to struggle fighting this Kunku in this laning stage.
And I guess out of all of them, the biggest loser right now in regards to net worth from laning phase, of course, will be the TA. Wasn't really able to pack too much of a punch into the Mars, but farming up the stacks in the jungle that DNZ did make, that will be the comeback mechanism to kind of propel the TA up a little bit more. Because Kunku, you know, quite healthy. 3.3k net worth, 300 head of anyone else. And for OG, it's kind of a race, right? It's a race to get as tanky as possible so that when you defend objective...
What?
Okay.
Set up on Noob. He took up the full combo to take him out. Torrent into the cookie. He's not able to get the siphon off. Well, he gets one of them off, only had the one charge, so not enough heals to outdo the 4 heroes going from there.
Noob will be kicking himself there because that was pretty much the only way OG can defend right now. Because, you know, Mars only has 3 points in God's Rebuke, holding all his other points for the fun of it. And yeah, it's if Noob doesn't die there, that's gonna force TP's force movements, right? But again, OG perfectly quickly catch him off guard and kill him off. A very hard kill, I must say.
BZM in the mid, very low. got just enough mana to get away from the two of them. They'll have to walk back to base. Tiger has been spotted. CoolGuys seeing if they can get the wraparound on him.
They're so hungry to use this DP ult, right? Like, they TP, they comes mid and Thugs now move down here. Thugs afraid of Amar's level 6.
We're going back in.
Chipping away at the tower now. OG got Misha and Tiger ready for setup. Yuragi also trying to get a catch onto CoolGuys, but the back off. Top lane, we're going to see BZM come up and maybe join forces with Amar to just get the kill on this tree, get him out of the lane. Big zip in. He's into the trees, but the spear is there. And they'll be able to bring him down. Keep the pressure up onto that tier 1. The same time the rest of OG, the three of them, Yuragi, Misha and Tiger, make moves towards the bottom. They want to try and kill Funny.
Okay, so Amar did the patented 0-3-0 build into maxing spear at one go. As Funny once again dies bottom.
Now we did see Omar start to step over to maybe help. But that wasn't to be the case. Tries to use the movement speed of the Raw to get out of there. And actually with the heal at the tree. The angle was found by Yuragi. Tidebringer hit, cuts him down, gets the kill. Omar was looking to try and get back in there onto Misha, but underneath the tower. A little too deep for the Weaver to dive. So good angles found by Yuragi as Yuragi continues out with that top spot. Noob trying to finish up the tower, but TP's over and OG, they've got the setup. And time for BZM to close in on top of him. They're going to have some good burst as well. They'll get one of the siphons off. The magical burst, too strong and outdoes any sort of heals that Noob can find. As they'll take him down there. Just a little too aggressively postured, I guess, after the move that was made down bottom onto Funnick. Didn't quite expect OG to be that quick to get up and set up on him on the mid lane as well.
Yeah, OG's been playing some really fluid Dota right now. Like, the way in which they punish every little move that they made, right? Like, right now, CoolGuys, they need the Beast and DP to connect up to be able to take an objective. But every time they're kind of in the same area, they're bringing the heroes and instantly killing them off. And yeah, it's a little bit disconnected right now on the side of CoolGuys. So DP hitting mid by herself when she respawns, instantly getting punished. But they need to try and find a way to group up. And Amar, level 9, 4 points in first 2 spells, might now level Arena.
The overgrowth, locking him down. The spear off onto the TA, but damage is already done.
Okay, if you ever interview Amar, we need to ask him the question, why did he hold all of his skill points, put 3 into Rebuke, then at one time max Spear, and at level 9 still not then put another point into anything else? Like, what's the...
I mean, well, he didn't need the arena there, right? Like,
yeah, I get that, but it's more like...
He only skills the skills when he needs them.
No, I get that, I respect that. It's like, oh, he doesn't want to waste it, so if he skills it, he might then press it, but... I don't think I've ever seen a player who's actually holds points and spells that, like, you're gonna get, right? Like, it's not as if suddenly maxing Bulwark's gonna be a game-breaking mechanic in this game, right? But now he gets the arena finally. Probably gonna use it on D. Yeah, there we go. Just a small little thing. I guess when you're free farming, it doesn't really matter what you do, right? You're free farming nonetheless.
As you know, he's in the zone, he's chilling. Only needs to skill when he needs to. And now he's got the point of the bulwark as well. And he can get back on with pushing down this tier 1 tower top. We'll see if CoolGuys want to head up here once more. I mean, Noob is around and does have exorcism, so they could look to take a fight.
But this is a very starved Noob, you know. He's now bottom net worth of all of them. You might get a Misha kill here and there, but Noob's game is now only going to work out if he's able to hit buildings. Like, he's not able to access the jungle because the TA's sapping that in top side. The Beast is absorbing the bottom side. There really is no room on the map now for DP because they haven't been able to take these early towers. And I think we saw the Mars as well. He's going for a... Oh, no, wait. Are they killing Thug?
Oh, got them dragged back into the kisses. DP's heading over. I won't be able to finish Thug off. BZM are having to back up. With Omar coming in, and top lane, going to try and make the move onto Omar. Got the ghost out. He'll turn with the spear over towards the DP, but not quite able to push him far enough away. The boat combo coming in onto Noob, but still with the ghost up, not an easy fight for Yuragi to enter into. BZM's going to try for the catch on Noob, but a quick Tumbler's Toy breaks him away, still able to close up with the final bit of mana onto the DP, but now he's low. Bugs are out. BZM having to step back. Yuragi will go for the turret, but it's off the mark. CoolGuys running OG back down the lane. They'll lose Amar, and they won't be able to take anything in return.
I think that's the most enjoyable... Oh, nice. This is the next level of all chat. So what happens is when you die, you click death summary, you then shift all on the damage that you received, and it will all chat how you died. So he just advertised there that he died to some creeps as well. Pretty cool mechanic.
And Mars back and Arena's at the ready, so top lane gets scary again. OG bringing in more backup this time round.
Dire's top tower.
So maybe get on the aggressive, but it's hard to push this tower. DNZ's been doing an excellent job of just keeping this tower alive.
Yeah, he's got the 4 points in living armor, and I think as well, that's the quickest minute I've ever seen. Yeah.
3, 2,
Time travelers here.
Isn't it
But for Noob, I think
Smiley faces here between the teams.
ooh, a big smiley than a little.
See those smiley faces in chat, please. Keep it positive. It's top lane. Back on with the push. Amar's hunting. He's ready to try and catch DNZ on the tree if DNZ shows his face.
Yeah, DNZ's respecting the fact that if he pops that arena, breaks all the trees, he will probably die. So he's playing just a little bit further back than normally.
It's a little spooky. BZM's also ready to make the zip if DNZ shows, but he's not. Yeah, DNZ is trying to slow this down as much as he can. With the living armor. Making space for moves to be made maybe elsewhere. As they are looking towards Jiragi in the mid. But TP's are already coming over. Thug's got to back up. Tower's getting taken down by Funnick and the summons. Quick deny from Tiger. Limits the gold. Now OG themselves are ready to make the aggressive plays. Blink Dagger's finished on Amar's Mars.
Yeah, I think the nice thing that you saw top in regards to CoolGuys was the DP, when you get off that double siphon, OG doesn't really have the damage to actually kill her off. They need to try and disengage. So maybe CoolGuys can look to play around that. They've like kind of passively taken this bot and mid tower, not as quickly as they really wanted to, but it shouldn't dishearten them from wanting to group up again. Like the TA, once she completes what she's going for, I think she's about 200 gold away from her Desolator.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be a nice timing where Mars blinks in too aggressively, you don't get the perfect arena, instantly into Roshan. That's why OG, they need to be careful where playing like this with smokes, if they ever waste a smoke or they fumble in engagement, there will be all of CoolGuys running to Roshan.
The guys on Noob. He has got the herd. He'll get the first siphon going. But they've got heavy physical as well with the hits of Tiger and Amar coming in. As Noob dies there to the ward placement of OG, allowing them to get in. And now looking for the tier 1 tower as well, whilst Noob is out of the game. Hunting for more behind the tower. Omar safely away. I'll try and slow this down again. I'm spamming the living armor, but this one should fall. Still no, 10 seconds before DP's back in action, and without the DP, they can't really pull a defense together. So OG, they'll get another tower.
It needs a hand.
I think that's one of the repercussions of having heroes like Tree and Io in your draft, because they want to play in such specific areas of the map that they're not freely open to kind of tank these smokes. If this was, let's say, like a Bane or a Dazzle or an Ogre, he would have probably been standing AFK there on that high ground, waiting for that play to come in. But because Tree's so much in top lane, free farming as much as he can, absorbing kind of the lane that no one really wants to go in, there wasn't that support traditionally able to smoke up. Not only smoke up, but at least tank that smoke, sorry. And Noob does go down for that. But again, OG, they make sure that every move they make gets a quick kill onto a key hero and to then quickly go back and farm. Because again, their lineup is very defensive in nature, where they can win most objective fights once they get the items. And they're already kind of in that window where you can see CoolGuys' hesitation to want to do anything because they're now scared of the blink on Mars or the zip on the Storm Spirit. And OG, they're just chaining smoke after smoke now because they feel like they've hit this timing where they can just kill anything if they find it.
Thug would be a lovely catch, and instantly there from Misha with the feast. The overgrowth comes out though, and now they'll look to try and turn. BZM going in onto Thug, will finish the TA off, but Tiger will die for this in return, surely. I mean, he slides off to the north. He's actually going to be able to TP out of this. He has the bugs on him. Is there any move he can make? No. DNZ with the blink back up, closes the gap. Over towards the mid, Noob is chasing in onto Misha and Yuragi. They turn with the combo, but Misha run down by Noob. Zip over from BZM. Combo down Omar. They're looking for Noob as well, and with Omar having the arena at the ready, they've got the lockdown and the burst. Nothing to be done by the rest of CoolGuys in order to save Noob. And now DNZ stepping forward, trying to help out his DP. He should pay with his own life as well. The torrent will catch him on the retreat, straight into the spear and the rebuke, as Amar knocks him out of it.
One by one they fall. Meanwhile, Funnick, he's like, yep, I'm just going to quickly farm up. Didn't happen, guys. All good, all good. And that's a 4K lead for OG. OG they've kind of cut through the ability for CoolGuys to group up, and they have just consistently made sure that they don't have the resources to make that play. And it's hard to say, but like when you're a pushing lineup, you need to be able to at one point unify your lineup to really assert that moment in the game. And OG hasn't given them that kind of breathing room. Yuragi's rather tanky. You know, you got the armlet.
Smoke up and Roche.
Oh, I mean, this is the type of play that they need. They need to make that statement in the game. They are yet to make a statement.
They do it very quick. Bugs in the death suck.
There is no grip for 30, no arena for 30. Oh, it's already gone.
Yeah, they do it so quickly there. I mean, OG's still going to try and turn up. Funny, he gets the roar off. Oh, he's just dead. BZM just zips into his death, and Meech is also going to quickly follow.
And now the tables are turned. This is the type of lineup that they can use this lead and really just own the map, right? You got the Defo on the TA.
That was an aggressive move coming in there from BZM. I mean, they know the rules at the ready. I mean, Aegis was left on the ground for a little bit, so maybe feeling that he could get in to go for the steal, but they absolutely not. CoolGuys, they shut it down.
Yeah, very quick reactions from DNZ there, quick for the overgrowth, and oh wait, it wasn't even overgrowth, it was just DP silence, sorry. Yeah, it was just a DP silence. Woof. Very quick. That projectile is very slow as well. That's actually really annoying. Really weird change to DP. But like you said, the Aegis on the ground for a quick second or two, and the Storm, I guess he tried to go for it because, you know, catch him off guard. Maybe he thought, you know, TA was inventory management or something, but just kind of died, didn't he? Yeah. And this, like I said, this is a really good moment for CoolGuys because OG, the way they kill a hero, it's everything to kill. You know, it's an arena spear to one hero, the boat onto one hero, multiple kisses on one hero. If you have a TA now tanking that, could give the life for DP to open up, but it has to be the TA, maybe even the Beastmaster tanking up these spells.
Oh, smoke from CoolGuys instantly just found Amar, jumps into the arena. He's able to catch the three of them. They turn the ball onto Amar, but the boat combo crashing down onto DNZ, and Omar finishes them off. Though tries to turn to take out Amar. Amar's up the high ground with the forward, but still goes down. They'll lose the Aegis on the TA. Noob trying to head in with the exorcism, but the grip's there from Misha. DP down, jump over with the cookie from Tiger out onto the two of them. Thug in trouble. Sentry's out, no chance for a male to escape as Thug goes down. Funnick will chase down Misha with the axes. It's not enough damage though. OG, they clean up Funnick as well.
That was a really rough fight for CoolGuys. They had everything that they needed to be able to take that fight. Amar is just, you know, filling the chat with this pinging. But yeah, they have everything to win this fight, but the positioning really dismantled them. They've got, you know, multiple heroes walking up a choke point together. The TA, the Weaver, and the Tree all caught within an arena. At this point in the game when they have the Aegis, they kind of need to offer up just one. And then once they waste the arena, then you jump in for that secondary fight. So I think CoolGuys, they got a little bit relaxed, a bit too happy with their positioning. But OG, they're always quick on the mark to jump on that moment. And they had the vision to get that 3-man arena. And if it was a 2 or a 1-man arena, probably I'd say CoolGuys might be in a much better position to be able to win that fight. But yeah, Amar quickly jumping and fully punishing a very relaxed looking CoolGuys in the moment.
Yeah, they need the Aegis. These BKBs ASAP on Noob and Thug. The team fight combo from OG is very impressive. When they are trying to play as they want to, especially over the timing of their lineup with the 5-man OG, they can turn up and take them down in the full 5-on-5, especially if they get that opening to start things off.
Yeah, and you see the importance of jump on both sides. You've got Beastmaster rushing the blink after the Helm of the Overlord. Tree's already got his blink dagger. TA's got a blink dagger. They've got like a triple threat way of going. If Storm zips in, we can then jump back in because Storm, Sandra and Kaya, then go in Orchid. It's not as if we're seeing some, you know, Lincoln's BKB style build because of course Overgrowth will always be able to be the big dismantler of any Storm Spirit. It's not like you're buying a Manta or a Yules anyway, so Manta Storm, oh god. Amar would probably buy that, but not BZM, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, the Overgrowth, we'll see again the way this started. I mean, Omar.
There's just a really nice smoke from OG, to be fair. Like, that's the type of smoke where you're smoking to try and find your opponent, not thinking about their positioning, right? Because, like, right now, for CoolGuys, they're slowly walking into this area in the hope to go, okay, let's ward on the high ground, set ourselves up, maybe skip mid-wave. If they come to us, we kill them all, right? They're 2-3 seconds away from having that setup, having that construct. But, you know, Seb told the lads to play quick, play fast, and OG did.
CoolGuys Sending up around mid. Noob with the BKB, solidly front line. They get the overgrowth, of course. The physical coming out from this lineup, it hurts. Like, overgrowth should be a solid enough of a duration for them to physically burst one of the cores.
Yeah, right now they're smoking up on CoolGuys because they have the DP BKB.
Yeah.
But also Mars just completed the BKB. Kunga has a BKB, so it's very much like if they find the jump, then maybe, but it's still pretty difficult.
Thug.
Ooh, okay, nice blink out.
Look at the drag back on Noob. Tries to dodge it with the illusion rune. Has to now put the BKB, and OG, they'll kite that out.
Not the reveal you wanted.
Coming with the zip across BZM. Drag back onto the TA. Overgrowth for TNC onto the back lines. They get the arena out. March heads straight towards Noob, but Noob full HP. Getting the siphon out into Tiger. Keeps himself alive to start things off. Thug gripped by Misha. Will die. Misha loses his life for it. Uragi, he's going to opt for the BKB TP out because CoolGuys, they are overrunning OG here, and they're going to go for more. Straight over to the Mar. Mar goes for the TP out. Nothing else to cancel it. So he'll manage to TP away. We do see there that the potential of CoolGuys to hit back, even though OG are the ones starting the action.
Yeah, that honestly looked... I thought OG was going to play on the fact that BKB was wasted, pause for a second, but of course, it's OG. They want blood, they want to take that fight. And I think DNZ, he was the true MVP of that engagement. As soon as Storm finished that zip, he didn't blink into the middle of the fight. He blinked from one tree line to another to then hit this like 3-man overgrowth. Amar had to kind of like awkwardly throw down the arena in the hope to maybe get Storm out. But yeah, that does showcase, even though OG has the lead, if CoolGuys are able to connect like a good raw or a good overgrowth with the damage, like as you see here, right? DNZ blinks from this tree line all the way over in a second, pretty slow, there we go, into a 3-man overgrowth, and it then kind of forces Amar to quickly BKB, try and cover everyone else, but that's the making of, if TA had a BKB there, probably CoolGuys crushed that fight, right?
Yeah, still a bit away.
It's pretty far away. It's, 2 components away, only got the Mithril Hammer right now, but that's why OG, they need to read this moment and go, guys, we need to keep doing this. Even if we die a couple times, DP has to use ult on her side of the river, and then they're going to feel pretty good, because DP can't then suddenly take your tower. It's why they're playing at this speed, because if DP's choosing when to take a fight, you're probably losing something soon after, but if you're fighting in this area, there is nowhere on the map DP can quickly run to and go, haha, got you, one more objective down.
Eyeing OG up around the outpost, but it didn't have Noob with them. Noob was pushing out bottom, so not able to jump them.
Again, it's so refreshing to see that even though this game, it feels pretty OG favored for how well they're playing and the speed, but at any mistake, any misstep, that's when this CoolGuys will be able to just run through the middle of the map. And I think CoolGuys, realistically, you need to get thugged this BKB. Try and delay the big engagement. Unless OG run into your overgrowth or give you such a free fight, try and get this BKB moment, or timing, sorry. But maybe not. They're still going to look for it.
They're bringing themselves over the river line.
They're kind of offering Noob up as this, this tasty treat. He's got a BKB, a plate now. He now doesn't care too much about this little shredder that's wreaking havoc in the early game for Noob, but
it would be nice if he can get his level 18 for the next fight.
I'd like to see Funnick use his big creep to send it into bot lane. Like basically where they're playing, send the big creep or the Overlord dominated creep to then slowly start trickling down these tier 2s, because you're kind of baiting in OG, like, guys, do you want to defend this tower in our territory? And you're also not sending off a hero to do that, but I think right now he's probably just sending it or keeping it near him for now for the tankiness. Of course, the big granite golem gives you bonus HP. Quick blink there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Full AC on Uragi. And they are going to be very tanky here, OG, as a lineup. There's no question about it.
They're pinging Noob. They have vision in the jungle, and they know they're pretty split, kind of, a tree being top. But are they TPing to smoke right now?
I mean, Omar trying to keep himself between the teams.
Both teams, yeah, I think CoolGuys are doing a really good job at just getting the most out of a map that could be a lot smaller right now. I think OG, they're showing them some respect, not trying to run into the triangle or occupy the enemy jungle. And CoolGuys, they have the vision for this. They have really nice wards to be able to just find. what OG is playing right now.
Smoke comes out. Tiger in position on the cliff, though. Jump with the roar. They'll look to go on to Uragi. See if they can burst him. Force out the side will break Uragi away from the TA, but Noob's in on top of him with the BKB and the Exorcism. The boat comes crashing over, but Uragi still has to step back. The arena will keep them locked down. Again, Misha getting a good duration Fiend's Grip onto the DP. It's going to be enough to get them bringing Noob down. Let's see what more they can find. Funnick dealt with by Amar. Quick God's Rebuke to finish him off. Thug has held onto the BKB charge. He has got it available if he wants to keep the fight going. Overgrowth from TNZ. But BKB out from Thug. He's looking towards Amar. Takes him out with the melt hit. Buybacks come out from Misha. See Thug step towards BZM. Little on the mana, but now OG know with that BKB wearing off Thug. He's not going to have anything else to protect him as they surround him, get back in, take down the TA. As just as the same time, Roshan will be back in play. CoolGuys losing 4 heroes there. OG able to commit and able to keep Uragi alive there. They tried their best to bring down this Kunkka. They couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, the difference in that fight was simply did DNZ get off Overgrowth. He blinked in aggressively to try and jump after the Mars reinitiated, but Storm instantly on his tail, preventing it. DNZ!
Uragi's dead! I mean, BZM's still trying to finish off the Roche. He should be able to do so as low as he is. I mean, he is very, very low. I mean, he's going to get the Aegis. He's going to get the Aegis. BZM won't be able to pick it up.
Is it? Wait.
That was so close. But, wow, a big kill for DNC there, jumping back in and being able to take out, Uragi.
Kunkka did do a lot of damage to Kunkka, primarily due to the armlet. So he blinks on in. Cheeky little slap to Uragi.
See, Thug out. And, Thug's going to be happy. He got the money from the trap damage. So Thug just picked up an extra pretty much 1,000 gold thanks to that
That's
kill.
actually mental. Yeah, dude, look at DNZ's vibe, and he's like, yeah, look at me. I think that's
pretty big, but that's a lot of money for Thug.
What I miss?
That is, I think, the best support, independent support Roshan fight contest that I've seen in the current season. Yeah, because he gets in, gets the kill, gets out. Yeah. Normally, you just die. All right, what did Thug invest in? Oh, Courier's coming out. He bought a shard. Okay. Sure enough, cheeky little silence. Might be able to punish when they don't have the BKBs up. But again, for CoolGuys, it's so critical that their team fights are based around offering up the bait into then the reinitiation with the roar, with the overgrowth. When they're jumping the Kunkka, it's pretty hard to 100-0 him because he has the evasion of the halberd, the armor from the AC, and the armlet with a BKB. Like, he is kind of like the unkillable hero, right? So if you find a Storm, find a Mars, you're going to be able to quickly blow them up. But again, it's all about the reinitiation from CoolGuys, and if OG can maybe, prepare themselves for that.
Your admiral is on board.
Quickly getting out of the jungle there. CoolGuys, they probably don't want to fight BZM in the next 3 minutes. Especially if he has that BKB sent out as well. And there it is, it's coming out. So BKB and Aegis Storm. Probably not going to be easy for CoolGuys to do anything aggressively during this timing.
Radiant are scanning for...
Yeah, they kind of have to respect the fact that Storm will be able to dismantle pretty much all of the cheap stuns that CoolGuys have. Right now, Storm, his job is just zip in, force a BKB, zip out, wait for that to then expire, then go back in with the real fight, right? So, key fight, look for BMZ to kind of poke at his opponent, but really not offer up a complete engagement. And that's why you see CoolGuys running away from them right now. They don't want to fight into this. Get the Beastmaster into a position where he can start hitting some towers. Once that Aegis then falls, maybe they look to smoke. It's already out in 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower.
DD runes spawn top. Do they have a bottle still available?
Structures are fortified.
They do. Drop it for Fug. So Fug now has a bottle of DD as well.
I'm in an overgrowth and a couple of hits from DDTA. Gonna be close to push some of these heroes over the edge. See what Thug buys into next. I mean, where do you sort of expect him to go later on with this build?
I just want to say raw
damage.
Just raw damage at this point. Like, when you find a hero within Overgrowth or within the Raw, you need to be able to kill them. If you're kind of tickling them and drawing out the fight, then the tankiness and elusiveness will come into play for OG. Like, if you look at Mars, ATF's doing the build where, Satanic. This is the really cool way where when you're against push strats, if you're able to get to the point where you have Satanic BKB, you park yourself in front of the tower, you activate Bulwark, you Satanic on the Rebuke, you're back to 100% HP. Like, it is really annoying. Oh, this is a cool play with the Courier.
Yeah, they found DNZ in the trees.
Really nice heads-up play from Misha. Because DNZ doesn't have the shard, which means you go invisible. Before, of course, in previous patches, you automatically went invisible. You find him with the Courier, you hit him with a Nightmare, you layer with a stun, he's going to die. So yeah, really nice from Misha, flushing out the tree. He was preventing this bottom push with skipping the wave every now and again.
There for a long time as well. 90 seconds, no tree.
That's a long time. And Yuragi did just XTP himself back to bot lane, so maybe this is a window in which they can try and punish Yuragi having no TP.
Also, if the TP ends up being cancelled by Misha, he doesn't want to head back.
Okay.
So, with the TD, they can have a bit of a push now. Now with the Mar turning up, it gets a little bit more complicated for CoolGuys, especially with Tiger there to back him up as well.
Yoji, they're trying to just push them into an area where they can take the fight, but oh, Tiger!
Looking to start things off, but the roar's out from Funnick. BKB popped by Thug. He'll turn over a couple of hits to take out Tiger. With the rest of the BKB, he'll TP away from Yuragi and Amar. Funnick will get left behind. Amar finds him with the arena. BZM is going for Noob, but Noob has a BKB if necessary. And BZM, as you can see, his Aegis shortly coming to an end.
Yeah, he was just playing on the fact that Aegis was soon expiring, and maybe Noob gets quick fingers. Like, oh, I've got a BKB. Pretty much what he was playing for there, but I honestly expected CoolGuys, when you saw double TP cancel and then a Mar commit, if they had a smoke available to maybe then smoke back to the other side of the map and try and find this kind of lone Kunkka, but instead, a slightly slower exit to the area. They get the freebie of Tiger, and then they disengage. Yeah, this game, again, even though it's 13k, it feels like if OG make one mistake, they're going to walk down a lane and just hit a lot of objectives. So that's why OG is playing with so much respect towards CoolGuys, because, you know, Beastmaster, TA, DP, at any minute, you blink, your base will be gone if they have EXO up.
OG.
Back so soon.
13k lead, and still just playing it carefully. And they're going to feel pretty comfortable with Yuragi as big as he is. We've seen already the struggles to bring this Kunkka down, even with the full focus of CoolGuys and their ultimates.
Yeah, Kunkka has a Satanic as well now. The Dispel on the active will be really good against the Treant. If you get Overgrowth, you just instantly activate the Satanic. You get a lifesteal up from any damage you've taken, and also remove that root. So, pretty cool stuff. Double cores now in OG, both Satanics. Super hard to kill, because they don't have hard stuns. It's more like slows and roots that they have to lock a hero down.
On to Thug. BKB and TP out. Absolutely necessary there with the whole of OG hunting him down.
And you see DNZ draw on the map. He's like, guys, just push out the lanes. We just used our TA BKB to once again retreat. OG's in a really awkward part of the map. This bottom right-hand corner, no real objectives down here. That's why you see them drawing the line up. It's like, guys, they need to have their only players to flood this map. So quickly farm the jungle if you're CoolGuys, push out the lanes, and then run back to an area of safety, because, yeah, OG won't be too happy that they're pushed into this pretty dead part of the map. Once again, OG pick up a gem, this time bought by Tiger, so probably they'll keep it a little bit more healthy. And in a much more commanding position than the last game. I think the gem last time was probably about 10 minutes, maybe too early, or actually it was bought at the right time. It's just, again, a little misplay. But this time they've got the gem on a hero that's really hard to kill, making the map feel very, very small for CoolGuys.
So they're funny. Sorry about to snipe the courier BZM, so Shiva's guard will be put on hold for a little bit. Getting the recipe. It's on the courier. I mean, do they want to fight this, CoolGuys? They're eyeing it up for the high ground. They're going to try. They jump straight away. They're looking to burst BZM. Can they do so? They do. They bring down the storm. BKB on Thug, holding his distance for now. Funnick's been focused down in the arena. Kisses from the side again. Misha goes to lock down the feed script, but there is the overgrowth for the BKB up from Noob. Heads in with the ghost, the exorcism over towards Samar and Yuragi, but they're so tanky here. Do they actually have the damage to bring down these cores? The Siphon is doing the work, and Amar is trying to TP out, but the damage from Noob's enough.
They're picking Tiger as well. They know he's on
They
the
want
screen.
more. A big fight from CoolGuys. And it may not be over quite yet. They've also found Tiger. They're in with the slows. They'll pick him up as well. CoolGuys get the 4 of them.
Incredible. Anyone, okay, legit. Whoever carries the gem for OG, it's like they put a target on their back. I feel like the gem's giving them this confidence and they just die. BZM 2 games now. He's carried this poor item and it's just put him into death.
I mean, look at this. These damage numbers, of course, from the DP. Just such a crucial part of this fight. Having this Spirit Siphon, it is the perfect answer to these high HP heroes like Yuragi and Amar.
It's also the fact that Funnick, he found the opening, right? BZM offered himself up in this open area. You roar the one hero that you can actually kill. If you roar a Kunkka or a Mars, it's going to be a little bit awkward. Bane and Snapfire weren't in position to then Nightmare save or anything, so you kill off the Storm straight away, and then they're using the Satanics in a position where they're quickly getting rid of Overgrowth. They're not regenning from the Satanics. They're not doing like. It's just a get out of this fight type situation, and yeah, beautiful rundown.
They've got further ways to ramp up the physical burst now. That Bloodthorn in play.
The real question is, will BZM then now look for maybe like a Lincoln situation? His quick buy is still suggesting Shivas, Ags, going more for the I'll set up for my team, I'll play for my team rather than getting roared. Because for OG, the adjustment is just positioning, right? It's if our Storm doesn't get jumped, the fight's probably better. But it does give that. Oh, he did have Vortex. But yeah, no, this is really exciting part of the game right now. And we mentioned this earlier. If OG mess up a fight, CoolGuys will be able to capitalize on it very cleanly.
Misha. We'll use the grip here. Get the guaranteed set up onto Omar.
Weaver does fall.
And Roshan, we'll see when it's going to be back up. Okay, no, yeah, it's up in a second. So, he's jumping in onto BZM. Committed with the BKB. They've got the roar. They'll try and force him to safety with the cookie. They will manage to tear BZM away from the rest of CoolGuys. But Noob, he's actually found the jump into the backlines. In with the silence onto Misha. BZM has to zip away as he's getting siphoned down low. Up the high ground, they catch them in the arena, but the buybacks, they're coming out. They see the Roshan's in play. They want to try and take OG down around this Roshan respawn.
Storm has a regen rune. He was able to bottle that up, and now he's going to be able to re-enter the fight.
Noob, he's back in with the siphon. And here's the drag back of the Vortex. They're locking down the DP. Have they got enough damage with a full focus? They do. They bring down Noob. A marble fall, another buyback coming out from CoolGuys. As Noob's ready to return back to the action. Yuragi trying to sneak away with the invis. Cookie from Tiger will help him a little bit, but he's now out of it, and there's a trap set up on the high ground. Blink forwards, they block off his escape. A buyback from Amar comes in, but he cannot get over to help Yuragi in time. And now the question comes if OG want to use their buyback. Yuragi has got the ability to get back in on the action, and Roshan, it is going to be gone for by CoolGuys. He's holding on with the buyback for now, so it looks like they don't want to commit for this OG, and that means CoolGuys, they're going to get away with this Roshan.
They can't come back in, right? Like, Dire controls the outpost in the Dire jungle. There's no tier 2 alive on the top side of the map, which naturally is your Roshan TPing tower. So yeah, just Dire just utilize their buybacks to get this Aegis. It's kind of like stemming the bleeding, right? Because they have to buy back on both fights.
They came into play, even with those buybacks accounted for, of course, from CoolGuys. They now managed to slam it right back down to 3K, getting all those benefits of the Roshan onto their side, and the big kills that they did get towards the end of that. And CoolGuys, they're striking back and keeping themselves in what's turning out to be a close game 3.
Yeah, I think this is the trade-off, right? When you have a hero like Kunkka as your carry, and he's itemizing so defensively, you're not getting that moment where he's like bringing down a hero and, like, you know, one-hitting them or putting them to half HP, scaring them from an engagement. Right now, he's kind of like the survivable dude. OG's relying on existing throughout the fight, having multiple setups and, you know, 50-50. Easy with the Lotus. Might go down here. Bye-bye.
I mean, they know he's low on mana, and he hasn't got BKB. BZM could be in trouble here.
Oh, he is?
He's looking pretty dead. They have the silence. He's got no escape from this one, and he is out for 100.
I bet you DMZ's chuckling right now. He's been very charismatic in this fight. I bet you his player cam. We didn't see it, unfortunately. But I bet you he's like, because that's one of the value plays. When you play your pub.
That's a huge trade, yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
I mean, what's the buyback? Is he just short on the gold, or was it still?
Yeah, he's short by 95 gold.
See what they can do with this timing.
But there is a Philly Stone available, so if Tiger wants to send it back to base, give it to the Storm Spirit, could accelerate that buyback if they really wanted to, but yet to make that play. That is a pretty bold build. Both Amar and Tiger have now gone for the refreshers. They realize they need to have multiple ways to continue the fight, you know? Arena, ultimate one guy, Arena, then another Mortimer Kisses for another one. Potentially hard to execute though when it's quite a messy fight with Beast roaring, DP ulting through. But if they execute it, it can be pretty scary. And finally, CoolGuys, they get their lead within the game. And Kunkka completed the Daedalus with, that's the big ticket item that we kind of need to see from this Kunkka. Actually enter the fight, you know, putting someone to a scary level of low HP. At this point, it might be too hard because Aurora and a Storm is still the key thing. Kunkka's kind of being ignored throughout most of these fights.
Yeah, it's as you say, get rid of the Storm, then sort of the drawn-out fights afterwards, after the Storm's gone, they've been dealing with it because they have Noob on this Death Prophet who's gearing up to be incredibly tanky, and the Siphons, they're hurting.
I still would love to see a Lincolns on the Storm Spirit. I just find a way that once you're BKB'd, you're able to just get into the middle of the fight and not be afraid of this Beastmaster. Because of course, you still can get overgrowth and all this stuff through the BKB, but the fact that it's Funnick's job is just wait, Storm, and ult.
And he's been doing it perfectly, Funnick.
But he might get picked off here.
We'll see BZM comes in. He's going to get silenced on the Storm. They drop the Arena combo down onto Funnick. Funnick buys back straight away. Noob, he's going towards Tiger on the back lines. Tiger pops the refresh, but thugs in with the right clicks, takes him down. See now towards Yuragi. Noob will turn. Roar from Funnick used to lock down the Kunkka. They have the physical hits coming in for Thug. Yuragi's out. And Noob, he still keeps the charge going over towards Mars. But Amar with a quick TP takes his way out of the fight. CoolGuys, they did throw a couple of buybacks into this action. But they come out, still with the Aegis intact on Thug. Cheese as well, still ready on Noob.
Had to use 2 buybacks on side of CoolGuys to get that fight going. Funnick being picked off, opened up OG to enter that fight. And you saw Thug, he instantly just kept jumping onto Tiger. Tiger had to refresh just to try and get a 4-staff away and being killed off. And then, of course, Funnick returning at the tail end of the fight, able to then kill off the Kunkka, but...
I mean, Roar's back up in a few seconds.
They have damage issues, though, no? OG's kind of struggling to kill anyone. Outside of the Arena into then whoever's being pinned down, we're not seeing like a clean fight where they can continue taking smaller skirmishes. And that's where CoolGuys is really thriving.
Well, Misha.
A very bold blink.
He goes straight in. He's fine, keeps the distance. I mean, Funnick's going to be waiting on the high ground here, just sort of keeping eyes for that zip from BZM. BZM goes for the zip, gets back. There's the jump of the roll. They'll look towards Amar. Nightmare coming in to buy time for Amar to get out of that. Now, CoolGuys won't be able to follow up on the roar.
25 seconds left on Aegis. DP also doesn't have ult for like another 40, or 50, sorry. So it's very much, CoolGuys are kind of teasing a little bit there, maybe offering OG to take like a smaller fight, but realistically, this is now where CoolGuys, they need to be a little bit slow.
Yeah, they got to slow it because the buyback status for the team is pretty rough for the moment. 3 of them around this 2-minute mark, so they're going to want to try and hold things off at least until the 48 minutes, you would imagine.
Yeah, and at 48 minutes, that's when you hope that they ramp it back up. You might even argue a little bit earlier, but I think OG, they could even look to try and punish this. They have a buyback on Kunkka and Storm, so if they can then take the fight in this 2-minute window where they get the kills...
If they get the kills, it's probably going to be game over.
Well, maybe.
No buybacks. The OG pushes pretty quick with the AC and such.
It'd have to be in a really good position. But I think that's why CoolGuys, they've done a great job at making sure the map is really on OG's side, right? So, but again, that's kind of what OG might be looking for, is that quick fight. And CoolGuys, they're positioned so beautifully to prevent that potential death into, oh wait, our buildings are under attack. They're in the Radiant jungle with a disgusting amount of vision. Look at the minimap, they're all traps. Like, there is no way OG is able to walk nicely. Look at this beautiful shot. You'd think that this is the Radiant side, but no. Dire now owns this place.
And OG as well also have to be a little cautious. As I did have BZM spending up on the Aghanims. So he is 1,600 gold short of the buyback himself.
I'm over here. And they're going to know that. They're going to see this Aghs, and there is no way in this type of game, they're like, don't worry, guys, he got Aghs on buyback. This is such an intensely close game with, you know, the back and forth of team fight. There's not been enough time to really farm up and actually obtain the gold needed for this moment. So, again, this is CoolGuys' game to lose now.
I know, there's certainly going to be this window where their buybacks are back up and Storm won't quite have the money for his.
don't forget, this was a point where they were like 13k down in this game, guys. Like
17k.
It was pretty. Yeah,
they were right up there.
50. Yeah, big numbers. Like they were pretty close to one fight away from it being 20, 30. Oh wait, what's happened? Like they found their way back in. They they kept their cool, and now they're in this position.
And they have done. We'll see if they can continue this. As players, of course, game 2, that was something, quite something from CoolGuys in the way that they pretty much had the hold for the whole time against OG. And it's another sort of beast being able to turn around a game. And they could potentially be on track to do that here with the way that they brought it back. Refresher, now on Funnick. He's been fantastic with the Raw so far. Having a couple of these in the fights, certainly going to make things very tricky for OG to react to if Funnick gets the jump.
I'd love to see his next time be potentially an Aeon disc, because there isn't any way to get rid of that.
Yep.
If he gets jumped and is able to suddenly, BKB Raw, refresh Raw,
huge.
The fight's going to be over. So I'd love to see Aeon disc maybe be his next big pickup.
Amar, he's going to try and start things. But the kiss is coming over. Into the front of the BKB Funnick with a second Raw. Time lapse onto Thug, gets him back up to full HP. The overgrowth onto the BZM after his BKB causes issues as Noob onto the backlines. Looking for the supports, forces Tiger away. Amar, another round of Arena as he looks towards Thug, but he hasn't got the damage on his own. Pots the refresher for a BKB TP out, and it will get him to safety.
Oh, so many spells used, but really just no follow-up, right? And Kunkka really kind of feeling the pressure of the late game moments where he's not able to get into the middle of the fight. Double Raw used. CoolGuys expertly jump onto the Bane on the back.
Tiger.
Rather aggressive.
He's looking for DNZ. Just a bit of a poke. Maybe more than that, actually. Could they have got the turret? As well as the grip. Jump from Amar. Found himself the Arena to lock down any potential save that the rest of the team could come in with, as Omar is isolated. Those quick kills, Roshan at the ready. OG, they'll look towards the pit. With just the 3 of them up on CoolGuys, it's probably not going to be contested at all. This is going to be all OGs unless we see some sort of a crazy attempt at a steal.
And such a big Roshan. It's got so many little goodies. And Tree doesn't buy back for 2 minutes. They overstay their welcome a little bit. Without the big spells, OG just instantly jump back in. And now OG, Hungy take a Roshan. CoolGuys are going to be kicking themselves so much there. They use pretty much everything to try and kill off this Mars, or at least stunt the aggression.
Yeah.
But they weren't able to get that extra kill. They needed that little something to scare OG. But both Bane and Snapfire, they stay in the area just long enough to then get the tree to punish the Weaver. And this game is just so back and forth.
I mean, it is. You got to love to see it. We're getting to the 50 minutes here between OG and CoolGuys. See again that they start things, they try and pop everything onto Amar, but it's just not a clean opening.
Yeah, it's the fact that Fug, he had to then disengage. There was a pretty nice overgrowth, but again, they don't really have the damage there. You see the backlines, CoolGuys chasing off the supports, but Amar, he stands strong, he refreshes the value of this.
Yeah, and he knows when to cut his losses.
Yeah, just dips out. But yeah, it's pretty much the fresh BKB disengage into then the secondary fight there. But, you see from this... Oh, cool, we go back into the game. Oh, a Rax has fallen, guys.
And they're looking for another one.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we got CoolGuys also doing the same thing.
They are, Thug. Pushing the wave all the way up. And he's probably going to want to come back with some sort of defense. This will be 2 sets of racks that OG take.
The bottom barracks has fallen.
10 seconds until CoolGuys will have their 5-man for the defense. See if OG can get the hit to maybe end the game here.
Yeah, they're not backing down here. They're just going to try and hit through this building.
Does things off for the Raw. They got the BKBs to fully commit in. The Nightmare's going to buy time for Uriah to get the BKB off, but the second Raw is there. Uriah locked down on the high ground. They're looking for the retreat now, OG. Misha, he'll almost certainly get left behind. The rest of OG, they're into the trees. They are out of there. Amar, have they got anything to catch him? They don't. Oh, not quite able to get the Yules off to put a stop to his escape, so Amar gets out.
So close. But the defense, it's there. They push back OG. That top racks kept alive for now. And now maybe an opportunity to force out a buyback. 70 seconds without BZM.
They have to
Sorry,
force
without
out a
Uragi.
buyback. Yeah, well, you're right. They have to force a buyback right now. We're losing two lanes. They need to find a way just to get it. A refresher on DP. This is going to be an EXO. They got a Raw.
Yep.
No overgrowth, though. So it is still going to be slightly difficult. But without the Bane, a key saving mechanism for OG.
See, are we going to get that buyback? They still have Aegis to
Building
play with for the
quickly.
defense, BZM. Going to go in with the zip. Slow them down a little bit, but the melee ranks is gone. Still holding back on the buyback from Uragi. They'll let the first set of racks go. We'll see if they let a second set fall. It looks like they will. CoolGuys, they're being careful. They know that a buyback might come in. It's going to come in now. Jump forward, but the silence is there under the storm. Still, the push back. Budding is in with the Raw. The silence still in on the Storm Spirit, but he's got that Aegis BZM. So he feels strong. He'll now back off from our heading in. See if they get the grab. BZM jumps in another vortex onto the two cores. Grabs Noob, grabs Thug. Thug with the BKB at the ready of arm. Punts the arena down. BZM, he'll drop the once. He'll have that Aegis ready for round two. Big hits with the God Rebuke of Amar. Takes Omar out of action. Noob and Thug also to fall. The chase will continue. BZM wants to find more. He's got his eyes on DNZ and he's got the vortex back up to cancel his TP.
But everyone on CoolGuys have buyback. So it's awkward, but it's not that bad, right? If OG right now misread the situation and just throw themselves into the base, CoolGuys could expertly play this where they bait them a little bit, offer up the tier 4s, and then come back in. Because, like, they have all the big spells. They're going to have overgrowth. They got literally everything.
They do.
Right,
Not
be
the
up in 30, though.
Exorcism's the biggest thing they're missing right now.
That's true. And it's 40 seconds away with refresher.
Yeah.
So how hasty is OG here? Are they going to just go
They're
over the
pretty
edge?
hasty.
They're already in the base.
They are indeed. They might rethink things now with the further buybacks coming in. Do they still want to go? Thug, he's going to hold back on his maybe bait for OG playing into it, thinking he hasn't got the ability to get back in on the game. OG, they are respecting this.
Bro, he's got buyback, BKB, and a rapier. Like, this man, he is ready for this game-winning fight.
Oh, man.
On
He's
Thug,
the rapier in the stash.
Dude, he's stashed
Yeah.
up. TA is ready to punish any over-aggression right now.
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. I mean, OG's back in. Got to watch for Thug's moves here. If he comes in, will OG be prepared? I mean, does he want to come back in for the res Funnick? Oh, no, it's an illusion.
Oh.
It's an illusion here, raw by Funnick to start things off. That's not what CoolGuys needed. And that was the buyback of Thug as well. That hurts.
Lose together, win together, slay together, slay together.
He just refreshed the Funnick. Does have another Raw.
Uragi back on with the slow push, jump forward. Raw's there, but the BKB was out in time. Noob in with the exorcism on top of Uragi. You've got the kisses from Tiger coming in from the high ground. Uragi turns the satanic lifesteal. Time-lapse shoes on the Noob to keep him alive. Though he wants to get in on the action, but he's having to play on the edge of the fight, and that's Noob going down. No buyback available on him. They lose DNZ as well. Funnick also is dead here, as he has got buyback, but no Noob, no DNZ. Thug, what can he pull off? He's in with the BKB, jumps straight over to Uragi. They've got the damage, the crits are there. Thug, he takes down one, he takes down two. Refresher, Arena as well, but he's pushed back with a Hurricane Pipe. BZM back in, he is low on mana. Have they got the chains done for this TA? Push back into the vortex. Thug, falling low, he's out of the game, he's down. GG is called. OG will be able to take this game 3.
Whew, what a beautiful game, honestly. That was so close from CoolGuys. That final moment, like the fact that he rolls an illusion but not a different hero, like that could have, so close. This game had it all, and mad respect for CoolGuys. They are now going to be sitting, I think it's like Norton 4 in the DPC, but this series, it did show that maybe if they were able to pull this together a little bit earlier, it could have been a completely different story. That was an amazing game.